Welcome to episode 1 of the Chronicles of Yogipete. He is a blood elf currently aligned with the Horde faction. His current spiritual path is that of a monk. He has been a student of many spiritual paths and magical paths in his long immortal life, once tied to the Sunwell. His people were forced to find some other source of magic. It drew him to the lands of Kalimdor, where he met a certain panda named Chen Stormstout. It sparked his curiosity. How does this bear do what he does? Being a lifelong student, Yogipete asked him. And that is what got him started on this path. You can see the green in his eyes. It is not because he utilizes the fel. He's worked through that addiction. The green is a reflection of where his spirit truly is, in nature. We'll go to the Sunstrider Isle just to familiarize people with the events of what happened to his people following the Third War and prior to the events of the Burning Crusade.
The past few years have seen unprecedented changes within the eternal land of Quel'Thalas. The Blood Elves, following the will of their crazed leader Kael'thas Sunstrider, channeled dangerous, chaotic magics to transform their sacred Sunwell into a gateway of unspeakable evil. While Kael'thas and his demonic masters were eventually defeated, a different kind of transformation occurred within the Sunwell itself, as a dying Naru sacrificed its life essence to reignite the Sunwell into a fount of holy energy. Now, the Blood Elf Regent Lorthamar Theron sees a new hope on the horizon for his people. Over time, the Sunwell's light could cure the Blood Elves of their cursed state, but many still cling to the arcane powers they've procured and are hesitant to relinquish them. As one of the remaining Blood Elves, you must fight to protect Quel'Thalas and help redeem the soul of your ancient people.
Here we are. Yogipete has taken up a spiritual path. He can hear the whispers of the universe in meditation. The whispers of the multiverse, the possibilities of all timelines. Past, present, future. Written, unwritten. His connection with the elements through his time growing up in Quel'Thalas. Well, who wouldn't want to live here? He was never a fan of the mana worms. Seemed like an aberration of nature to him. But that is neither here nor there at the moment. His spirit guides the multiverse. Might not be the biggest fan of Blizzard's story choices when it came to the Burning Crusade and Prince Kael'thas Sunstrider. Yogipete shares those feelings. He feels that Kael'thas's story was not well served following the events of the Third War. That maybe his side of the story is misunderstood, but the Blood Elves ended up where they ended up in service to Illidan Stormridge and their addiction to the fell energies that he tapped into, the demonic energies. That's something he's going to have to exercise. He wouldn't call himself an addict per se, but it is something that he taps into on occasion in his low moments. But for now, he's trying to transcend his low moments. Be a being of peaceful energy, elemental energy. Yogipete exists on the Moonguard server Horde side, and we'll be starting a guild. I'm not sure what it's going to be called yet. And walking the path of the monk. If you enjoyed this content and are looking forward to Yogipete's story, please consider a like and a subscribe. I'm open to suggestions, questions. I do read the comments. Stay weird and be kind.